I was curious about this situation.
Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee. I sit down. I open my computer. And what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults. So I think, what's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood. She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has tens of millions of views. 1 million likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000 bookmarks, 30,000 reposts. It's just insane. So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard.
I can't with this guy. So wait, who is the bad guy in this situation? That's what I want to know. I mean, I'll obviously figure it out, but
to say the least. But honestly,
the drama's is strange.
The more I watch this video,
the girl, the guy, the deadbeat dad. Oh wait, is this like a? Both sides are? Oh shit.
The more I like it.
Oh, she's
well,
not
I like
famous?
about 98% of it. However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video. But first, let's just watch Maddie's 90-second video, and then I'll give you my comments.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
Some more context is needed here. Needless to say, I will talk about this in a moment. All right,
so as someone whose father abandoned him when he was 3 years old, I'd like to see where this is going.
Continue with the video.
I'd like to see where this is going.
And he got really good. He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. Here, I'll show you.
Take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing. That's Ben Hart. He's competing at a breakdancing competition in Philadelphia, and
he's got the schmoves. I'll give him that.
He's winning over a lot of people on the internet. Yes. He really is. Yep, he's winning a lot of people on the internet.
Wait, is she wearing a shirt of her dad?
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That is not true. More on that in a minute.
He's not good at breakdancing, I'll be honest. I mean, chat, let's be real here. If you're 60 years old and can move like that, that's pretty fucking impressive. He sucks, to be honest. Guys, okay, it's not good, but you got to take it in context of a 6-year-old. Okay, regardless of if this guy is shitty or not, like, you can at least appreciate a 60-year-old man being able to do shit like that is impressive, right? Like, I mean, come on. Dude, the amount, like, even a young person, like, you have to get so fit to do that kind of shit. He might be a shit dad, yeah, 100%.
The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad.
Thank you, Maddie.
Like, there was no split custody or anything. Like, he just like left 4 kids to do that. He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise. So that's him. He's on his
That is a nice shirt.
It's his b-boy name because his name is Ben Hart. You know, I'll get texts like this.
All right, so if he actually did abandon her, I don't like this so far.
Okay, question mark, and then like links to his breakdancing video.
That's true.
If you have funny trauma, like actual funny haha trauma, I need to hear it. Thank you.
Okay, in many ways I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter Maddie. And we get along great. At least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order.
I don't really like, does anyone just hate how he's talking? I don't like the character. Like, he's playing a character right now. He's not talking like a human. It's really, really kind of, like, annoying as hell. Like, it sounds like he's being, like, an asshole. You know those people who are, like, trying to, like being passive-aggressive? This is a passive-aggressive type of tone he's using. Yeah, it's, like, demeaning.
or at least a few things that need to be put in context. First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married
What else is it?
couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying
But did you
medical
raise her?
bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate, a lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony.
Holy
This was later
shit.
reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids.
Jesus.
And this is in 2005 dollars.
That is a lot of
so
fucking
add
money.
50% to a
I mean, so far, he's definitely better than what my dad did. You know? I guess, like, my dad straight up ghosted my entire family, became like a crazy person, married like 2 different people, had children with 2 different people, became a drug addict, went to jail multiple times, misspelled my name whenever he tried to contact me. So he's doing better than that. I'll give him
account
that.
for inflation. In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all. And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video, but a lot of the comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much I was paying because she was a kid. This wasn't something I talked about.
He sounds bitter AF about it. I mean, to be fair, like, let's be fair here. If you, if you did all that, right? If you paid loads and loads and loads of money, if you put money into college tuition, I mean, I want to clarify, he didn't say a goddamn word about actually caring for her or taking care of them at all, because it seems like he didn't do any of the parenting. Normally, when you pay child support, that means that you're either not a fit parent or you just didn't want to take care of the children, so you decided to just, like, leave and then pay instead. So that in of itself is not good, because that means he didn't, like, care for the child, because all he's talking about right now is money, right? Like, that's literally the only thing I've heard out of his mouth is money. And so if the only thing he's done in her life is money, yeah, I'd say he's a pretty shit dad. 100%. Terrible fucking father. But I mean, at the same time, I can understand why he'd be upset that, like, he did spend all this money to help them and pay all this money for child support and alimony and all this different shit. And then obviously his daughter doesn't know that, but then get called a deadbeat father. Yeah, I can understand him being a little bit upset about it, but we haven't finished the video yet. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. I have not heard a single thing about you actually caring for your daughter yet. We'll see.
Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride. I saw the kids all the time. No abandonment, just a divorce.
Okay.
Was I at fault in the divorce? Yeah, I would say I was about 70% at fault. I own that. Maddie's mom and I were really not compatible in many ways. We were compatible in some ways, but not in other ways. Do I regret marrying Maddie's mom? No, absolutely not. If I had not married Maddie's mom,
This guy's tone of voice drives me up the wall. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's like the main reason why I don't trust him right now is his tone of voice, you know?
her 3 siblings would not have been born. They would not have existed. The kids have turned out great. Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Maddie's older sister Tori is a partner at a hedge fund on Wall Street, and she's getting rich. Maddie's younger sister Olivia just graduated from college and is teaching English to first graders in Thailand. Her older brother Peter is getting a master's degree in psychology. I get along great with all my kids, including Maddie. At least I think I do. So the kids are doing just fine despite Dad's many shortcomings. One other slight correction, which I hesitate to even bring up because I love the way Maddie did this in her video. I did not abandon the family for breakdancing. I have a career. I'm in the advertising business. Built an ad agency. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million.
I just realized he's wearing a Bitcoin shirt. I don't know why it took me 6 minutes to realize that he's wearing a fucking Bitcoin shirt. Oh. How did you not notice that? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't. I don't know why. I didn't put two and two together. I wasn't paying attention. Bitcoin is his breakdancing sponsor? What? Oh, I don't like that.
$1 million. Maddie's mom and I separated in 2004 and divorced in 2005. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012 as a way to get in shape at the age of 54. I then just kept doing it. I'm now age 66. Now, some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66? Well, I don't know. Let's see. I'll give it a try. Okay, Maddie.
Chat, he's not beating the deadbeat father allegations with this one. What? What? You're actually going to breakdance in a response to being a deadbeat father? Dude, this is just a self-promotion video. That's all this is. Okay, the moment he turned to... He has a fucking Bitcoin flag! He has a Bitcoin flag! Dude, the moment he flipped to this, it's over. Like, you're shit. You're awful. Like, the moment you turned to the point where you're gonna breakdance, everything you said doesn't fucking matter. You're shit. Like, you're a terrible person. Like, what the fuck? Trying to defend yourself as a deadbeat father and your response is just to say, hey, I paid a lot of money to him. Now I can breakdance. Like, what? What the fuck? Dude, okay, you can tell this guy's a fucking narcissist. Or at least just very, very selfish. Like, wow. This whole video was just about him. That's all it was.
Let's see how the old man does.
All right, let's watch it all the way through, chat. Let's see if he still got it. Let's see, you know what? Maybe he'll change my mind with his breakdancing. I mean, I feel like instantly crypto bros are always just like selfish narcissist weirdos. All right, okay, he's cooking. Let's go, deadbeat dad. Don't break a hip. I mean, I'll give it to him. That's impressive. That's impressive, though. I'll give it to him. I genuinely don't understand how people are saying, oh, this is bad. Chat, he's 66. Bro, he's 66. Like, I don't, like, you can at least give him that. Like, I don't care. Like, regardless of how shit of a person he might be, regardless of all of that, y'all are absolutely crazy if you think that this shit is bad. Do better. You know? Do better. You know what I'm saying? Bad dad, but good breakdancer.
The main point is that it's never too late to start breakdancing. I started when I was age 54.
It's bad because of the context? Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the only reason y'all are saying it's bad is just because, like, the context of the video and him being a shitty person. Yeah, sure. He's a shitty person that fucking loves Bitcoin. And all he cares about is money, apparently. Because, actually, the only thing he talked about with his daughters is how they're financially successful. I didn't hear one goddamn thing about how they are as people, what they act like, what their personalities are, how they connect to each other. Nothing. The only thing I heard is how much he pays, how much money he gave his ex-wife, how much money he gave his kids, how all of his kids are now financially successful, and now he's breakdancing. That's it. I didn't hear a goddamn word about anything beyond financial stuff. So I don't like this guy.
Age 66. So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing. So the bottom line is this. At first, I really did not like Maddie's video at all. But I was biased by all the negative comments that I was greeted with at 6 a.m. in the morning in my social media feed. But the more I watched the video, the more I liked it. And her video certainly is true something.
The more he watches the video, the more he likes it. Let me guess. Because you're getting exposure? Is that why you like it? Is that what he's going to say? Because you saw this as a way to get exposure? I mean, it's working. It's working. Like, I've seen a bunch of people react to this. I've seen a bunch of people talking about this. It's definitely working.
Her perspective, even though a few details are off. No doubt because of what she heard from her mom. And I do think it's a great storyline that a 54-year-old dude left his family to pursue breakdancing.
You think it's a great storyline? Yeah, no. Fuck
Even
this
if
guy.
not quite true, factually. But perhaps it speaks to a bigger truth. A truth that is really truer than the actual facts of the matter.
All right, is this going to be a Bitcoin sponsorship?
This could be a very funny movie plot. So maybe Maddie will make this movie about her 66-year-old
It's only about fucking money and views. You're taking this situation and thinking about how you can make a movie out of it? Dude, I can't. I can't.
Dancing dad.
What?
Also, as I scroll through the 12,000 comments on Maddie's video, I really like most of them. Some are hilarious. Here are a few I'll read at random. This one is from someone named Ro, and she says, "My mom abandoned me as a kid to join a Renaissance fair across the country." This is from Maria. "I didn't know my dad was bald until my mom knocked his toupee off in a fight when I was 10. My mom didn't know he was bald then until that moment." This is from Diane. "In foster care mandated therapy, the therapist told me I had abandonment issues and then stopped showing up to the sessions. I never saw her again." This one's from Bravo. "My mom died the week of Mother's Day, and my father died on Father's Day weekend. It's honestly so typical of both of them."
What the fuck? Do you want a Pepsi? Go ahead. Yeah, sure. I didn't drink soda yesterday. Did I? Chat, did I drink soda yesterday?
This is from Clover. "My dad tried to kidnap me and ran out of gas while following us." This one from Chriselle. "I had to be my mom's boss at Dairy Queen when I was 17
Smoothie?
and had to fire her for smoking while working the drive-thru." Becca says, "When my
All this sounds like is people just like normalizing bad parents and laughing at it. That's really what this, like, he is taking this situation and trying to say that it's not a big deal that parents leave their children. Like, bro, honestly, you had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. You had me in the first half. You really did. But at every second I watch more of this, it just makes me dislike this guy more.
grandma passed away, my grandpa moved into a senior's home, met another woman, and brought her as a date to the funeral." Here's someone who says, "A video of my dad was featured in an episode of World's Dumbest Criminals." I love you, Maddie. You are very creative and talented. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Keep doing exactly what you're doing so you can get me more views. What a piece of work, man. The emotional void in this video is what's like scary. Like, there was zero emotion. I did not see an inkling of like sorrow, of like concern, of anything. Bro was just so late. So my daughter called me a deadbeat dad. And I'll tell you why she is wrong. I paid them a lot of money. Here's me breakdancing. So parents leaving their children, not that big of a deal. Keep posting videos of me. That's it. That was the whole fucking video. That's it. I hate that. Had me in the first half, not gonna lie. But yeah, it just got worse.
I'm recording a quick response to all this. I'll probably delete this in the morning because like I don't actually have like bad will. I posted my video because it's a very funny story. It's very silly. I like to laugh at my trauma instead of like being super sad about it. But I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually...
Dude, you know what's funny? You know how I said that he's not as bad as my dad? Yeah, this sounds exactly like what my dad is. He would like gaslight us. He would like lie to us and say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that bad. And act like, dude, he would literally act like I'm the problem and would say, why don't you ever reach out to me? Like, it literally say shit like that. Like, when he didn't talk to me for 10 years, he would literally reach out to me and be like, dude, why don't you ever reach out? Like, what's going on? Like, are you fucking serious? Bro, you literally misspelled my name. You gave me $5 for my 16th birthday. Yes. I'm not even joking. For my 16th birthday, he came to my party, gave me a card with $5 in it, and then left. Bro literally left. He never paid child support either. Anyway.
He actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said he lived down the street from us. That's not true. Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe, but actually for most of my childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife. Like basically like, I don't want to get into this. Like again, like my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma, but obviously in real life, it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic and it was really hard. He left us, immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years. And then he would visit every few months and we'd go out to dinner. But like, he truly had no hand in raising us at all. We don't speak with any sort of regularity. He doesn't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. When he was talking about money the whole time, that was like the main thing I expected from the guy. Is how he just didn't give a shit, right?
Is like, as you guys
like he only talked about money throughout the entire video. Didn't reference one thing about actually caring about
I posted. He got it wrong. He gave us some money growing up. I honestly don't know the nitty gritty of the financial situation. I really, really don't. But I do know that several times I've asked him for financial help with medical expenses, like especially like in college, and he wouldn't help me. So that's what I was referring to in my video when I was like, he wouldn't pay some of my medical bills. I'll probably delete this in the morning, but I'm, 2 hard kombuchas in, and so I feel the need to kind of defend me and my family's like POV. Bottom line is this guy was a completely absent father, completely absent.
Hard kombucha? Dude, kombucha's already nasty enough. You're drinking it with alcohol in it?
Father, I don't think like, I was just a bike ride away from those kids, and it's like not once did any of us ever take a bike ride to his house. I don't think I've ever been in his house ever. So this whole thing is so bizarre. Like I'm so surprised that he responded to my video because I'm just like, damn, I could have actually made you seem like way worse than I made you seem. Like,
by the way, the dad's breakdancing is sponsored by Bitcoin. Yeah, that shit is wild to me.
Like in my video, I just made you seem like such a whimsical, funny guy. Like, but in real life, it was actually a lot darker. So I'm so surprised that he responded to it. And it's obviously kind of hurtful and weird. But again, we don't really have a relationship. So at the end of the day, it doesn't have a huge effect on me. It's just kind of a bummer for my family. And we're all kind of looking at this and looking at his response. And we're just like, this is crazy. If this is actually his narrative, it's like delusional. I'm recording a quick response to all.
Wow. What a fucking guy. I mean, to be fair, like how he carried himself, his demeanor and all this, like you could really tell he didn't actually give a shit. You know what I mean? Sam Zanity, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing about the Breakdancing Dad saga. This is not a clapback video. This is not beef. It's something that I have loved that people are not talking about, is that there's a sort of Mandela effect happening in the collective consciousness of the internet right now. In his original video and like in his tweet, my dad had posted being like, my daughter is a famous influencer. She has millions of followers. She's a big social media influencer. And now everybody thinks that that's true. Like nobody fact checked that. Like nobody, like everyone's rolling with it. Like every news
good
source,
point.
Every tweet. Like I'm a small creator. I'm not even monetizing.
Wait, hold up. I'll let this video finish.
My account yet because I'm too small. I have 70,000. Like, love you guys, but like, I definitely don't have millions. And all over his like social media.
Wow.
He's like,
yeah, she only has 80K followers.
She's a successful Hollywood screenwriter at Netflix. Don't know where he got any of that. Obviously, I've told him in the past that I am an assistant. Would love that though. Like, he's manifesting that for me. But now, like, everybody.
So he lied about her being a Hollywood writer? What the fuck, dude?
He's just like talking like that's the truth. Like, Candace Owens just posted a whole like long podcast being like, I'll show you.
Thank you for the gifts, sub.
She's 24 years old and she decided to go on to, yep, you guessed it, TikTok to dump some trauma about her childhood. Now, to be clear, Maddie's got millions of followers on.
Wait, is Daily Wire shitting on her? I don't know who this is. Daily Wire L? I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I mean, yeah, you know what? Never mind. It is Daily Wire, but like, man.
On TikTok.
Did nobody fact check? Did she not? Did nobody do research?
What do you mean? Of course they didn't fact check. They never do. Yeah, Republicans side with the dad. I mean, yeah, good. Yeah, I don't even know why he questioned it. What am I talking about?
Into this. It's like everybody is, even the people who hate me are like manifesting great success for me. Unhinged and delusional Hollywood
I don't really know much about Daily Wire, but I just know they're, you know, like a right-wing type dealio.
screenwriter spars with.
Oh, that's Candace Owens? Oh, I've heard the name plenty of times. Oh, I've heard her name plenty of times. I just didn't know what she looked like. Yo, thank you so much for the gifted sub again.
Getting that Hollywood screenwriter. Okay, it's not giving assistant anymore. This is some Republican article. Maddie Hart, a California-based comedian with a huge TikTok following. Woo! You guys need to understand this is a huge step up because when I went viral and ended up on Fox News, everybody was calling me a self-proclaimed comedian. So now it's like the tides are shifting. TikTok star. Okay, and this article hates me, but honey, they're calling me a star. Any way you slice it, whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you think I'm lying, whether you think my dad.
I mean, it makes sense that like Republican type news would take advantage of this and try to paint it as in like, oh, you know, kids are a bunch of babies nowadays, you know, calling their extremely supportive, financially supportive father a deadbeat dad. Like, of course they're gonna do that shit.
Lying. Maddie Hart, big.
Yeah,
famous,
that's what I'm
famous
saying. Yeah, they take it and just make it a political thing. Like, it's so fucked up, dude.
Girl, famous, rich, famous Hollywood writers. Millions of fans. Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing.
Did, what's his face ever reply to her? 2 days ago.
This video is a follow.
Assault? Second viral video assault on me. You're calling a video assault? Bro. So very behind, way behind. Okay, shut up. Sorry that I'm not up to fucking date on this shit, all right? Chill. Sorry, God.
Follow up to my Sunday video on my daughter's viral video trashing me, her dad. And these videos are all over the internet now, with titles like Bitcoiner and Breakdancing
Still wearing the Bitcoin shirt. A different Bitcoin shirt, mind you.
Dad, Ben Hart, Navigate Storm, from daughter's viral TikTok video.
You asked? You didn't have to hit me with the so very behind, so behind. Shut up.
And you should see my first video on this topic before watching this video, just so you know what this storm is all about. But here's a quick recap. My daughter Maddie is a 24-year-old screenwriter in Hollywood. I love her so much, though we are on different sides politically for the most part. She's also a
wow, what a surprise.
Social media King Kong. Many of her TikTok videos get millions of views. Maddie's initial video about me got 7 million views last I looked, just on TikTok.
My dad.
Yeah, that's called a viral video, not a big time TikTok star.
Abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
Some more context is needed here. Needless to say, I will talk about this in a moment. All right, let's continue with the video. Had seen this.
I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not on me. It's just kind of a bummer for my family. And we're all kind of looking at this and looking at his response. And we're just like, this is crazy. If this is actually his narrative, it's like delusional.
Now, I'm not going to go through all of Maddie's points here, most of which are just a repeat of what her mom's been telling the kids for the
last it had under 1 million videos when he made the initial response. Oh, well, that makes sense.
19 years. Okay, so let's roll tape.
He's inflating
to see
the
what
numbers.
childhood was actually like for my kids. And let's see how my relationship was with the kids.
Don't tell me he's going to pull up one fucking video of him playing with his kids and then going to call himself a good father. Please don't do that.
Even after the divorce. We have with us here Maddie.
I got no words for this. Wow. Wow. You're going to defend everything that she said by showing one clip of her spending time with you?
Hart, she is a YouTube specialist. How many videos, Maddie, do you have on YouTube now?
About 54.
And what is your goal?
One day I want to be a partner.
What does that mean?
It means you get paid to make videos. Yeah.
So, Maddie, I'd like some more YouTube insights and clarification. What is the difference between a subscriber and a viewer and a friend? So you have about 300 subscribers, but how many?
And I would like to mention, like, just look at her face. You could tell she's not, like, I don't know, like, she's uncomfortable. Like, she's 100% uncomfortable. She's not, like, loving life right now.
Viewers of your videos would you say you've had so far?
I have several thousand views on my videos, several thousand views on my channel, and about like 500 friends.
Did he add that? Did he add the Bob Marley behind it? And also, how do we know that's him recording this? How do we know? How do we know this is him recording this? That's copyright. Thank you, Anonymous Baker Fiend. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Metro. And that's Maddie right there. All right, you look like a surfer. All right, here, let me hold it for you. Get on there. All right, I'll pull you out.
You want to know something, chat? As a someone whose father left him, there was a time where I went to his house when he had like a new wife and shit. Because my mom was actually extremely kind about him. She kept us in the dark about how much of a piece of shit he truly was for a long time. Like, she tried to make us believe he's a good guy because my mom just wanted us to have, like, you know, some type of relationship with him. Which, I mean, that's fine. I understand that. But after, obviously, when I grew up, I realized and I understood how much of a piece of shit he truly is. But there was a time I went to his house, probably like when I was 5 or 6, maybe older. And it was fun. It was. He was a nice dude. He had a funny personality. But guess what? He's still a piece of shit. He's still a deadbeat dad. Like, that doesn't fix the years and years and years of not being there just because you took me out on one little vacation. You know? Like, that's so bullshit that he's pulling this shit.
All right, we're hauling out to sea here.
This is like extra fuming me because this just reminds me of shit that I went through.
We gotta get over this sandbar. You're looking good. Here comes the big one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful to get this wet. How's your surfing career going, Olivia? Yeah. Very good. Now what else do you want?
That's it.
Photoshop?
Yeah.
You want Photoshop?
Yeah. Are you allowed to like download it on more than one computer?
They're probably limits.
Like this, by the way, this is all the same. They're still at the beach, day at the water park. Still water park. And then some random pictures that we don't know if you took or not. Just because you went to a few events doesn't make you a good dad. That's the case. You're adding background music. I'm sorry. Just because, like, this does not prove anything. This 100% proves absolutely nothing. At all.
Let me be clear. Maddie is not lying in her videos. She is saying in these videos what she perceives to be true from her perspective. She's expressing her truth. And her
So you just proved her point. Because guess what? It doesn't matter how you view it. It doesn't. It matters how the child views it. Are you brain dead? That's how it works. Just because in your dumb mind you think that it's not abuse or you think you're a good dad does not mean that the child thinks you're a good dad. Oh my God.
Her perception is impacted radically by 19 years of brainwashing by my ex-wife.
What? Brainwashing? Brainwashing. Oh my God. Oh.
What the hell are you
You realize that brainwashing ex-wife raised your fucking children. Do you understand that? Honestly, she can say whatever the fuck she wants because she's the one who raised them. Wow.
I don't want anyone attacking or bullying Maddie for her videos. Her videos express her perspective, and I believe they are honest from her perspective. So feel free to direct negative comments my way, but please don't bully Maddie. Now, I told Maddie I liked 98% of her video, but
98.
that there were some significant inaccuracies in there, like about me not paying medical bills. That's just not true. And the implication was that I was some kind of deadbeat dad. I paid her mom millions of dollars in alimony, child support, put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the kids' college funds, paid for their health insurance, of course, and out-of-pocket medical costs, as I should have. The result was that the kids were able to live in a wealthy suburb of Chicago, attend top colleges, and pursue very good careers. And
does that make you a good dad? Thanks to Bitcoin, exactly. Thank you so much again for the gift of sub. But is that your idea of good parenting? It's just giving them a lot of money. That makes you a good parent. It's just giving them a lot of money. You give her some Bitcoin. Give her some NFTs. Maybe if he gave her some NFTs, maybe he'd be a better parent.
anyways, I asked Maddie to take down her video and at least correct the damaging inaccuracies. It just wasn't true that I wasn't covering medical costs. I told her almost everyone I know had seen it, including clients. It had the potential to hurt my business, hurt me professionally. And I certainly don't think she meant any harm by her first video. But she declined to take down her video because she said her video had gone viral. So she didn't want to take it down. So I came back a day or so later and told her that I had posted a response video on X. I told her the video response is very mild and very positive. It just corrects a couple of inaccuracies. And at that point, my video on X only had a few hundred views. She watched my video and seemed to like it, thought it was funny. So then I suggested, since you aren't going to take down your video and correct it, I would at least like you to post my response video on your feed. I explained to her that people will love it, predicted that it would get millions of views.
To her millions and millions of followers that she just happens to have. I don't think this dude understands what a viral video is and how, pig, holy fuck, he's reading from a script. Yeah, well, obviously.
This is a load of barnacles.
He's been looking down at his script the entire time because he can't speak from the heart because he doesn't have one.
On her channel because her videos often get millions of views. I also suggested to her that after my response video, I could fly out to Los Angeles. We could then do a collaboration video, sitting down together and hash out these issues. People would love that, I said, but she declined. So I really had no choice but to put up my response video to set the record straight, even if it only gets 200 views, which is about what I expected. Well, then my response video really started to blow up. It hit 1 million views in about 12.
Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? That's not the important. Who cares how many views she got? Who cares how many views you got? Why do you keep talking about it? Why? Why does it fucking matter? Who the fuck cares?
12 hours. Then 5 million views, 10 million views, 20 million views, 30 million views, and on up from there. Maddie's mom started to freak out, sent me long text messages telling me to take my video down. I'm like, but Maddie's video is still up and has 7 million views, and that's just on TikTok. Plus, Maddie has posted a much more negative second video, full of inaccuracies. Here are the basic facts.
I mean, she literally showed clips of news articles calling her famous, news articles calling her a writer at, an executive writer at Netflix. Like, pure proof, like blatant proof that they're wrong and they're fucking lying. Like, I don't.
Facts. Maddie's mom and I got divorced in 2005. In America, about half of marriages end in divorce. And it's natural for young children to feel abandoned. One day the father's living in the house, and the next day he's not. That can feel like abandonment. Maddie's mom and I had some very ugly legal proceedings that Maddie is largely unaware of. I don't talk about it. But our divorce was probably worse than most. I lived in LaGrange, Illinois from 2007 to 2011, just down the street from the kids. Saw the kids all the time. Then in 2000.
Okay, for what, 4 years?
2011, Wanda and I bought a house in Willowbrook, Illinois, which is about an 8-minute drive from the kids. Maddie's mom then got remarried in 2012. She moved to Wilmette, Illinois, which is about a 1-hour drive north from our house. The kids were older by this point. I continued to see all kids who wanted to see me, would make the 1-hour drive to
Who wanted to see you?
Wilmette, if any kid wanted to hang out with me.
You see that? You see what you did there? You just self-reported. 1,000%. You just self-reported yourself. You just dug yourself in a huge hole. Bro just said, if the kids want to see me. See that? If the kids want to see me. Not, I go and visit the kids every week. I go and visit the kids this amount of times. I mean, if the kids want to come and hang out with me, sure. I'll let them come hang out. That's not what a good dad does. The kids should not have to reach out to you. That's exactly what my dad did. Oh my God, dude, I hate this guy.
Now, teenage girls generally want to do their thing with their friends. I saw my son the most because he wanted to. I don't force the kids to hang out with me. If they want to hang out, cool. If they don't want to hang out, fine. Generally, teenage girls don't like to hang out with their parents. They like to hang out with their friends. Maddie is correct that the girls did not come over to the house, even though we were very close by.
Why did they need to go to your house? Why?
They came 3 times. Once to our place in LaGrange, which was a bit more than a mile down the street from her house. And they came twice to our house in Willowbrook, which was an 8-minute drive. And that was it. The girls didn't want to validate my wife, Wanda. We've been married since 2006. So the girls...
Why would they? They barely even validate you as their dad.
Girls did not want to come over to the house, even though we were just down the street. It was a solidarity thing with Mom. My son Peter would sometimes hang out at the house. He didn't seem to have any problem with Wanda. But usually we went to movies, restaurants, water parks, a beach on Lake Michigan, paintball gunfight parks, that kind of thing. Teenage girls can be absolutely brutal, by the way, especially on divorced dads. If you're a divorced dad with young girls, get ready for a rough ride. My only advice...
You know what? I could 100% see how... I can 100% see how Republicans are turning this into a political thing, with blaming the ex-wife with blaming the daughters and warning the other divorced dads of how scary teenage daughters are. What the fuck?
Advice to you, be patient. They will grow up. And you will get along with them when they reach adulthood. All you can really do is show them that you're there for them when they want to interact with you. You can't force interaction. Eventually they will interact with you. Boys are really...
So basically what he's telling divorced dads is don't talk to them, don't do anything, don't be a dad, and just eventually they'll probably get along with you. I'm losing brain cells watching this.
So much easier to raise than girls. And I'm speaking generally here. Boys do tend to get into behavior.
Okay, all this is just turning into sexism at this point.
Trouble. But boys are much less complicated mentally. They tend to take things in stride and don't get wrapped up in drama. Anyways, no, we did not move.
They don't get wrapped up in drama? Are you crazy? What? Oh my God. What?
What the hell are you
This is just old man sexism at this point.
Moved to Florida. Wanda and I bought a second house in Florida in 2015. But we still maintained the Illinois.
You mean the teenage boys that punch holes in walls over the smallest thing? The teenage boys who constantly get in fights over literally nothing? Who don't know how to express their emotions, so whenever they have a breakup with a girl, they end up throwing hands with some dude or, like, freak out. Yeah, those guys, yeah, totally mentally cool. They don't, like, do anything with drama. You know,
house.
So much easier than girls.
The kids were older by this point. 2 were in college, 2 were in high school. The kids were doing their own thing by this point. We would typically stay in Florida in the winter, and then stay in Illinois when the weather was nice, in the spring, the summer, and the fall. We would shuttle back and forth between houses. Wanda and I still travel.
So, basically, you could bounce back and forth between your houses all the time, but couldn't go see your children. You just waited for them to come see you. I need to stop stopping, but it's like...
Travel back and forth between Illinois and Florida. Even though the kids have grown up and dispersed around the country.
Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to realize how absolutely disgusting that he's wearing a Bitcoin shirt in every single one of these videos. He's sponsored through these videos. He's literally sponsored in videos talking about how he's a bad dad.
In the world. Except for my son, who is still in Chicago. Okay, so Maddie graduated from Northwestern University in 2021. Upon graduation, she went to Los Angeles in hopes of becoming a Hollywood screenwriter. She asked me for $5,000 to help get her set up becoming a Hollywood screenwriter.
In hopes of becoming a Hollywood screenwriter.
She asked me for $5,000 to help get her set up in Los Angeles, which I agreed to against my better judgment. Basically, I have trouble saying no to Maddie.
Shut up, bitch!
That's another tendency of divorced dads. We really can't say no to our daughters.
Thank you for the gift.
In addition, her mom and I bought her a used car, a Ford Fiesta. I think her mom and I pitched in $2,500 each. Maddie might have put in some money also. I think the car was about $7,500. I also co-signed a lease for her on her apartment. Now this is very...
Okay, I still have only heard money things. That's it. I've only heard money things.
Very different from how I was treated by my dad when I graduated from college. My dad gave me 0 after my last day in college. He was done. Now
oh my God. Don't you oh, I hate people who do this. Oh, I fucking hate people who do this. Well, when I was younger, my parents were fucking awful. So I'm not that bad, right? You know, I'm not that bad because my parents were way worse. So you have an excuse to be shitty. I fucking hate that. When parents use their childhood, that their parents sucked, as an excuse to be shitty.
Well, I'm not complaining. I love my dad. I wasn't expecting anything. And I think that's how it was for most kids in those days.
Oh my God.
Once college was done, the kids were expected to stand on their own 2 feet. Instantly.
My God.
Like the day after graduation. At some point, you just have to throw the kid into the deep end of the pool and see if he or she can make it. That's how it worked in those days, but not these days, apparently.
Back in the good old
So
days.
against my better judgment,
Back in the
I
good
gave
old
Maddie
days, guys.
$5,000 for adulthood startup money in L.A., co-signed her apartment lease, and paid $2,500.
Does he realize that $5,000 in LA will last you a couple weeks? Does he realize that? That's LA. That's California. That's basically back in his day, that's the equivalent of giving like what, $500 maybe. Back in his day.
Toward her used Ford Fiesta. But also, she had broken up with her boyfriend around this time. She said she needed to go to grief counseling and therapy. She and her mom wanted me to pay for that, too. That's where I drew the line. I consider medical care to be like when you're sick or have a broken leg or...
Oh, wow, what a surprise. He doesn't believe in mental health. What a surprise. Like, what was I expecting? What was I expecting? The bro doesn't believe in mental health. I mean, I don't know what else I was expecting here.
Need stitches, got into a car accident, stuff like that. Not grief counseling over a breakup with a boyfriend. Also, counseling...
I'm pretty certain it was a little bit deeper than that. I don't think it was as simple as, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend, I'm sad. I think if you need grief counseling...
I may have destroyed millions of planets and never knew my childhood. But at least I connected with my son before my death.
That's true, Darth Vader. That's true.
Counseling and psychology today are completely dominated by far-left female wokesters.
Far left female wokesters. Oh man, here we go. There it is. There it is, guys.
You should kill yourself.
There it is. There it is.
Almost no males in that profession. So no doubt her therapist would be telling her the problem was...
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, I gotta run back. I gotta hear this whole thing. I gotta collect myself. I gotta hear this all together. I gotta hear this all together. 1 second here.
The boyfriend. Also, counseling and psychology today are completely dominated by far-left female wokesters. Almost no males in that profession. So no doubt her therapist would be telling her the problem was her dad. The last thing I wanted
Another healthy dose of sexism! What the fuck?
to pay for was more brainwashing against her dad and against men in general. So I guess these were the medical bills that I was refusing to cover. Now, she did land a job in LA with NBC Peacock streaming, and that was going very well for her. She loved it. She was an assistant writer for a show. But then the writer's strike hit, which lasted about 6 months, and she temporarily lost her job or was laid off at NBC Peacock streaming.
The hell does wokester mean?
She, of course, approached
You know exactly what it means, Bill and I.
me to see if I could help her out with funds. Otherwise, she said she'd be forced to move back.
I've had plenty of male therapists. Well, I hate to break it to you guys. I think he's a little bit misguided. I don't think he actually knows how the world works. I think he just watches Fox News and whatever, Daily Wire, and then just takes all that in and just believes that that's reality. You know.
Back to Chicago and live with Mom. So I agreed to pay her $250 per
breakdances
week
to Fox
while the
News.
writer's strike was still going on, and until she could land some other kind of work, even temporary work. And I told her this would be a month-to-month thing. I wasn't going to just pay her $250 per week indefinitely. She might have to get work at a car wash or Starbucks if this writer's strike doesn't end soon. Or, God forbid, get a job at a bank. So I paid the $250 per week, I think for 10 weeks, until she was able to land a job at Netflix, which apparently was not affected by the writer's strike for some reason. She was also using the writer's strike period to build her social media career as a kind of side hustle. And she's gotten her social media...
It's like every word that comes... if I stopped every time I thought of something to say, I would be stopping every fucking second. I'm trying to keep this video going without me stopping so much, but it's so hard.
A side hustle to a point where she brings in some money with that. I admire Maddie for this. One thing I will say about Maddie,
Yeah, $250 in Chicago ain't shit. Yeah,
when she
it's
sets
nothing.
her mind to something, she will achieve it. When she was growing up, I'd always tell her, you know what I love about you, Maddie? What, Dad?
Failure.
You're a doer, I would say. And she said, I love that, Dad. I'm a doer. And she would repeat this throughout childhood. I'm a doer. It became a thing. And she really is. Maddie.
You know what I like about you, Maddie? You know what I like about you? What, Dad? Do you like my personality? Do you like how I smile? Do you like my laugh? I like your grind set.
AC Midoriya 041N asked me, I'm sorry, Dave, but after researching this whole video, I detect 100% bullshit. AC Midoriya 0410. If only your senses were as finely tuned as mine, you'd realize that detecting such levels of bull excrement requires no research at all. Quite the astute observation for a human.
Where's your crypto portfolio? You know, I can't wait till you work on that crypto portfolio, Maddie.
Pizza.
Pizza's here? All right, I'll come up and grab it in a second, buddy.
Okay. I just ran into her and just said,
All right. Guys, pizza's here.
Is a doer. Here's a good story about Maddie, which I love and I hope she loves. And I think this story might change the lives of many people who watch this video. So one day she says,
it's changing my life.
Dad, I want to get in better physical shape, but there's a problem. What's that? I asked. Well, I hate to exercise. I said, the reason that you hate to exercise.
No, he's going to make an analogy about pulling up your bootstraps and working hard. No.
Exercise is you are thinking about all the pain that you're going to feel
No!
while exercising. Here's what I'd like you to do.
Stop.
Schedule a time each day when you commit to going to the gym. You put on your gym outfit, your sneakers, and you head down there. Then, if when you get there, you decide you don't want to actually go into the gym, that's fine. Just go home. You've accomplished your goal for the day. Victory. You went to the gym, made it to the parking lot, then went home. Mission achieved. Do this the next day at exactly the same time.
What
Maybe
is
this
proving?
happens for several days.
What is this
You
proving?
make it to the parking lot of the gym, then go home.
What is this
Victory.
proving?
But one day you'll probably decide to go into the gym and then go home, maybe without even getting on the treadmill or trying out the equipment. But then one day you might decide to get on the treadmill for a few minutes, then go home.
Dude, this guy is just regurgitating all of the self-help books that he's read and just like making this a point in a video about being a bad dad. Bro picked up Atomic Habits, read the whole thing, and he's like, you know, this is going to fit great. This is going to fit great in this video.
The next day you might decide to stay on the treadmill for 30 minutes. The next day maybe you try out some other equipment. Then maybe you find a dance fitness class that looks appealing.
What does this have to do with anything?
Fitness becomes a lifestyle. It's just something you do each day, like brushing your teeth. The main thing is to commit to starting each day. Don't think about the work. Don't think about the pain. Just start each day and see what happens. If all that happens is that some days you make it to the parking lot and then go home, well, that's fine. Victory. You've achieved your goal. Mission accomplished. Maddie looks at me and says, I love that. 6 months later, Maddie had washboard abs and looked amazing. Okay, back to Maddie's Hollywood career. Eventually,
That's kind of weird to say. What was that? What was any of that?
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
What was that? Bro just took an bro just took a piece out of Atomic Habits, slapped it on this video, and took credit for it. What did that do? What did that do? And then you said she has washboard abs. Like what?
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
He doesn't. He doesn't at all. What is this?
the Hollywood writer's strike ended, and she got her job back on the show she was working on for NBC Peacock streaming. But she still constantly needed money from me. These Hollywood jobs pay almost nothing at the junior level. So yes, it is a financial struggle for her. But this idea that Maddie and I have not had a good relationship is just not true. Well, at least in my mind. Of course, it's possible she's thinking something differently than what she's showing. But let's just randomly scroll through our text.
Dude, I swear, DoorDash screws us over so many times. I mean, DoorDash people.
Conversations to see what they're like.
Yeah, someone stole
For one
Amy's
thing,
food.
we're texting with each other all the time, just literally all the time. back and forth with, little emojis and love, I love you. Hi, Dad, for Christmas, I want a specific fabric tapestry. I've been eyeing it forever, and I want it in my room so badly. It's $300. Is this something you'd be willing?
He's a political speechwriter. That's why this sounds so weird. He wrote for like Reagan or something like that. Oh, so that's why he pulled out his self-help book quote.
To get me for Christmas instead of the usual check? I answer, okay. When will you be arriving in Illinois? 12/22, she says, exclamation point.
I still, like, what is this proving? What is this proving, though? I don't get it.
Okay, good, I say, exclamation point. I'll be there then, too. When do you get in? Looks like everyone wants to do dinner Friday night. I get in Friday. Put me down. Love. Another love here, one of these love type things right here, like that. And that's pretty much just kind of how we communicate all the time. It's just, I love you and all this stuff. And she just tells me about what's going on in her life pretty much every day. My plane made it. Sorry I missed you. How was your Christmas? Thanks. That's what our conversation's like, and literally they're just all the time, like that. So it just goes and 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 goes. So I don't actually know how you could have a better relationship if you just read the.
This guy is so delusional. Oh my God. Like, he has absolutely no clue how to have a real relationship with someone. That is wild. Oh my God. Dude, this is, this is a fucking Trump thing. You know what? I have the best relationship with my daughter. No one has a better relationship. No one. No one has a goddamn relationship like me. Best relationship around. No one else has it better than us. How can anyone have a better relationship? No one. No one can. No one.
Read through those texts.
That's literally
and
what
it's
this
constant.
is.
Let's see, I'm scrolling through my text conversations with Maddie, and here I'm reminded that on August 7th, 2023, I pay her $750 for medical bills. Wait, I thought I wasn't paying medical bills.
Hey, Vsauce,
and I have no idea what this medical bill was. Maybe it was the counseling, maybe it was the therapy. I have no idea.
And remember showing himself being with his daughter for about 2% of her own life.
Wait, let me. I'm gonna read that one more time because I. What's the lowest low a father can get? We have Mr. Bitcoin telling and showing himself being with his daughter for about 2. Yep.
Remember that birthday I forgot? Turns out I didn't actually forget it. On March 8th of 2023, Maddie texts me and says she blew out a tire and broke a rim on her car, and that it would cost $700 to fix. I texted back, I'll send you $200 early for birthday.
Oh my God! Say something that doesn't have to do with money, please! I'm begging you. This is only about you helping your daughter with money. That does not make you a good dad.
Then maybe mom can send you a bit. Maddie texts back, OMG, exclamation point. That's nice, Dad. That really helps with the car. Then when her birthday actually arrived, I just lost track of what day it was. I'm a writer and I tend to zone out sometimes. I often don't know what month it is, much less what the actual day is. So
you say you don't forget your daughter's birthday, and then you say you forget your daughter's birthday, but at least you gave her $200. At least you gave her $200. You know what I'm saying?
When I wished her a happy belated birthday a couple of days late, I guess I accidentally hit the question mark instead of the exclamation point. So it was happy birthday, question mark. It was just an error. Kind of a funny error, though. Happy birthday, question mark. Now the male brain would think nothing of this, but the female brain will...
half deaf, and this is just about as fast as it can move.
Oh no, he's pulling out the male and female. He's pulling out the male and female.
It was just an error. Kind of
Ready?
A funny error, though.
The female
happy birthday,
brain.
Question mark. Now the male brain would think nothing of this, but the female brain will search for hidden meaning in the question mark. Nope.
What?
No meaning. Just a typo in a text message.
Everyone, literally everyone would think that you're question marking it. What are you talking about? This has absolutely zero to do with being a woman or a man. Oh my God, how brain dead can you be?
Do you ever make typos in text messages? Oh, and she says to me, Happy belated birthday, Dad. I had it in my calendar wrong. I hope you had the best day ever. Did you do anything fun? Thank you, Maddie. We just went out to dinner. Nothing much. Hope you are doing well. Love you. By the way, I don't think my dad ever remembered my birthday. Not once. My mom always did, but not Dad. I'm not sure remembering birthdays was a thing for dads back then. My dad would come home and maybe he'd see a birthday cake.
Not remembering your birthday was just a thing back then? Dude, this guy is so delusional. It's crazy. It's honestly like really sad how delusional this guy is. I'm not gonna lie.
Out or some birthday decorations, and he'd say,
he's so
"Oh, is it
blind.
someone's birthday? Let's crack open some champagne." But he would never remember his kids' birthdays, not once. I'm also going to stop remembering birthdays. How about you just tell me when your birthday is, when it actually arrives, and then I'll say, "Happy birthday."
Stop it. Get some help.
There is so much to unpack. There is so much to unpack there, man. That is a whole other thing. That is a whole other thing, dude. Oh my God. Bro, I hate to break it to you. I think you might have had a bad childhood.
And when you think about it, it really makes no financial sense anymore for males to get married. It's financial.
Why does it have to do with finances? You know what? That's right. Bros should be dating other bros. There it is. Finally. It all comes together. You're right. It's not financially viable to marry women. That's why bros need to be hanging out with bros, right? Fellas, get married. Come on, fellas. Get married together. Just a couple of bros palling around, getting married. No, you don't have to worry about all the emotions, right? All those female emotions. Now you can just worry about bro things, right? God, you guys like sleep with each other and have sex, and you don't have to worry about women. Like, all your problems are solved. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you're sexist, just be gay. It makes so much more sense. If you're this sexist, just be gay. Like, please. It'll make you so much happier.
Financial suicide for males to get married today because of the way the legal system is set up. And the big winners in divorce are the divorce lawyers. They are incentivized financially to keep the litigation going as long as possible, to make it as bitter as possible. So this system just promotes conflict, division, misery, bankruptcy. I also blame the education system. Yes, man.
Where is bro going? Like, where is bro going? Why is this about politics? Why is this about politics all of a sudden?
Maddie was brainwashed against her dad by her mom for 19 years. That's true. And this happens in most divorces. In a divorce situation, the mother is the one who really ends up raising the kids. It's then the dad's job to provide the money. That's how it works. Meanwhile, the mom, the ex-wife, is with the kids almost the entire time, dumping all over the dad, the ex-husband. And that's the way it works in every divorce that I've seen.
I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. What world is he living in, dude? What box is he in? Like, bro has never been out of his house.
Boom and make it boom.
Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Sam Zanity, thank you. You've given a lot today. Thank you.
But now there's this other element. The kids are also being brainwashed into leftist woke insanity by the schools, starting in kindergarten, all the way through college and grad school. Girls in school are taught to hate men, to see themselves as victims of the so-called patriarchy. And they're taught that there are many genders. And why not consider changing your gender? Kindergartners are
Why
taught
are we
this today.
getting into gender?
The schools should be teaching.
Why are we getting into gender now? Where is this going? Where is this going, dude? Oh my God. What the fuck?
Reading, writing, math, science, and marketable skills that will actually help the kids succeed in life. There's almost nothing of value being taught in the schools at any level nowadays. It's all political indoctrination into woke ideology.
Dude, this guy's QAnon. I just realized. Bro's QAnon. That's the only way this makes sense. That's the only way this makes sense. He's the victim in all this. He's the fucking victim. Oh my God.
So here's my advice. Don't send your kids to college or even to school at all. The schools are pure poison. Homeschool your kids instead. Then instead of wasting $350,000 sending your kids to Harvard or some elite college, or any college for that matter, just have your kids learn a marketable skill for free or almost free online. There were also good courses at community colleges.
You should kill yourself.
A degree from Harvard.
You know what? Honestly, I was like half joking with the QAnon shit, but all right, yeah, this bro's off he's off his rocker, man. He's unhinged. He's just, dude, he has the audacity to say that his daughter was brainwashed. Are you serious?
Harvard carries very little weight today. Elon Musk, by the way, has said this many times.
No, you're quoting Elon. It's all over. It's all over.
Are mostly a colossal waste of time and money. I just want things to go back to the way they were, for everything to go back to normal, where we're all having dinners, laughing, joking, and hanging out, like we were a few weeks ago at Christmas. Maddie's older sister Tori has come to some of my breakdance battles, one in Chicago, one in New York City last year. She loved it.
He's showing breakdancing again. You know what? I take everything I said back about the good breakdancing. Fuck you. Your breakdancing sucks. You're a piece of shit. I take it all back. I take everything I said back.
Maddie to pieces. I love all my kids. And that's really all I have to say. What I prefer to be talking about is Bitcoin and why
No, 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 no. There's no way.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
There's no way. Do I want any more? I haven't finished it yet, but I'll probably want another slice. I'll come grab it. I'm almost done with this video.
Bitcoin is really the only hope for freedom's survival.
Woo! Damn. I'm sorry, Maddie. That's all I could say after this. I am genuinely sorry, Maddie, that you've had to deal with this man your whole life. I couldn't even deal with him for 30 minutes. Oh boy. Wow. That was rough. Well, that's that situation.
I am dead inside.
Yeah.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.